Hi guys, and welcome to Forex Fire TV, episode 17. I do believe this one is tonight, and it is, let's just take a look at the date and time, 14th of July. It is currently just 10 to 6 in the UK. Okay, my name's John, Forex Fire, part of the Financial Freedom Ninjas group, where we learn together, we trade together, and we win together. Okay, so tonight's episode, I'm just going to quickly go on to my phone a second, if you just bear with me, guys. So let's just get this loaded up. So I want to go over a couple of things tonight, to be fair. Obviously, we're going to be doing a continuation of the head and shoulders, okay, and adding to this week's high and low stabilizer to the chart, so we can take that from there. But also, I am going to show you a setup that actually got activated today within that process as well. Okay, so if you just bear with me, and then we'll talk about a few other things as well. So again, let's just head over to my Facebook page, where if you want to follow me, guys, you can simply just go anywhere on my wall right now, get rid of the housekeeping bit, click on anywhere on the top. There should be a follow button. Click on the follow, even if you're my friend and you want to see anything that I do first. Click on the follow button, then you will get this option to go to see first. So any content I push out there at all, you will get this on your timeline at any given time. Should you wish you want to take a break, you can simply just click that on follow part. Okay, so again, guys, welcome to tonight's episode of Forex Fire TV. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to head on to the chart, and we're going to talk about a couple of things. A GBP card, right? So I think this is one of the ones where I was speaking about I think it was last night or the night before, I was talking about a setup on this. And again, I'm going to go over the rules because, again, I'm a very visual person. And the more we go slowly, okay, and I'll reiterate this, we will go slowly, talk about the setup, talk about the chart, talk about what these areas are, what they do, and how they visually train your mind and train your eye to physically see these patterns of head and shoulders. Okay, because after all, these triangles that you are needing to see, they can give you various sort of entries and various sort of reasons to get in on trades on the chart. Okay, guys, and these don't just happen within a certain time frame or a certain zone or a certain technique. These patterns happen all over the charts. Okay, guys, so again, the reason I do a high low point and do it as a zonal technique, I class the zones as a stabilizer. Okay, a bit like riding a bike, as I mentioned last night. You need to find the balance. You find that balance, you can see visually, you can see straight. You have an unbalance, then you sort of, your attention's all over the place. So if we put that high and a low point within a chart, you're going to be able to visually identify, yes, I can see that colored box is going to be our left shoulder. We've got the breakout here, so I know that that's going to be the furthest point with our head. We then just wait for that retracement, then retracement back, and bang. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Normally, head and shoulders can be quite difficult or a little bit hard to understand the technique, but I've been sort of learning the process for the platform I'm part of, okay, which is the bigger picture from outside of what we have here, this community. And I've been doing that for the past 2 to just under 3 years. Okay, I've been trading for just over 3 years, but I got heavily involved with patterns, zones, and more so the head and shoulders from around about 2.5 years ago. Okay, guys, so we'll go back to the screen and we'll share the screen. So we were looking at the GBP card, okay, and on the top you've got, just as a recap, because again, we did a course last week. This is a refresher course. And eventually when we go into the 3rd week, we are going to be starting to do some trade setups for you guys, okay? Again, I said I wasn't going to be doing any trade setups, but next week we might start going into sort of doing some trade setups. So what we've got is you've got a left shoulder, a head, so it creates a high. Again, if you look at it from this sort of point of view, if you look at it as an ABC move, okay, you've got the ear is the market push. That creates a high. Okay, you're going to get a correction all the time as soon as that market stops pushing. So that's the buyers. The sellers come back into control. That'll give you a correction. Okay, so you've got the buyers are in control, or that get exhausted, to get to the top of that mountain peak, and then they get that exhausted. The buyers start getting in control and then start coming back down the mountain peak. Okay, so that'll be your correction. That's your B. Your buyers then think, oh, let's give this another push. So the buyers will then, let's just take a look, just bear with me. Your buyers then will say, well, I can see the sellers are exhausted. Let's give this another push up the mountain. So they'll start heading up the mountain, okay? And this here, as soon as they break that structure there to the left of them and they head up here and they create that higher high and they create the C, that is officially the first half of your head and shoulder point. Okay, guys? And this, you see this time and time again. Like if I move this here, if I move this to here, you've got the A, B, C. You see? Watch. Let's just have a look at this. You've got from here, A, B, C. That's your first half of a head and shoulder. Again, you haven't had a break of structure any lower than the C point that's come back up. You've got A, you've got B, you've got C. Okay. What you need to do when you're trading the head and shoulder, the right shoulder you are always going to trade from. Okay. So if we do this, and again, I'm going off the cuff with this, I'm going a little bit more advanced, but I think by now, if you've been following any of my sessions, you will understand this straight away from this concept. There we have, you sell or you buy the right shoulder on an inverted. So again, if we just scroll out a little bit further up, there we go, guys. So again, you've got a head and shoulder pattern from outside of the stabilizers, okay? The stabilizers, again, I'm showing you how to condense a Monday zone. So when you get a Monday's candles on the 1 hour chart, it's got 24 candles within that colored box. From that colored box, you are going to trigger a low and you're going to trigger your high. That's your binoculars. That's your one tunnel vision. That's what I need you to focus on. That's your stabilizer. That's your tool. Again, it's a free tool. You're just adding these drones to the chart to help you understand, help you train that brain to say, yes, I can identify where I broke out. Now I need to look left. If I broke out on the bottom, I know that the shoulder or the peak is going to be pointing down if it's broke from the bottom. So we'll go from the beginning and we'll do a little bit of a recap on what we are and where we are on this particular area right now. Okay, so what we'll do is we're just going to get rid of some of the noise, guys. Just bear with me. And hopefully if you're enjoying the content that I put out, okay, if this is on Facebook, you just comment, okay, you like, most importantly, share. And if anybody's sharing this on their wall and you're seeing this for the first time, get back to that person that has shared this content. Ask, how do you get started, or how do you get involved with Forex, with this amazing community, the Ninja Trader Group, because we do have a great hub centralized where everybody learns together, trades together, and wins together, okay? So it's not just myself. I've just been part of this concept and the platform for around about 3 years, and I just help my knowledge from what I've gained over those 3 years, and I just love giving back what I've gotten out of the platform, because at the end of the day, I get more out of seeing others succeed than I do actually seeing me hitting profit. That's what gives me my buzz. So again, guys, we're just gonna click this off, click that. And so we're back down to the charts. We'll get rid of this and we'll get rid of this. So we're going to concentrate on the pink area again, because we're going to be deleting this one real soon. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll scroll in, got green candles here. Now to get the green candles, you need to go to indicator. Okay, you need to type Monday. And again, this is repetitive. I know it's repetitive, but I'm making it repetitive for a reason. It's for you guys to understand, see it visually, take notes, take a mental note, because the more you see this, it's bang, bang, bang. I get that segment now. Let's move on to the next one. This is a bit I'm struggling with, the head part. Take notes, make drawings, take notes on what date I make these videos, come back to them, set my wall to follow and see first. So any content I push out, you will see this. Become an official spark, and then get that flame burning brightly and become a fully fledged Forex Fire Trader. Okay, guys. So again, you're looking for Monday, and it's just Monday, not Mondays, and you're looking for Monday candles. Obey, click it, but also highlight with a star that and put in the favorites. This will end up doing this. From there, you need to do settings, and it will be session breaks. And just to recap and go over what this means, it just means that's Monday. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday closed. We're back into Monday, a new colored box, new high, new low. To do that, you just click on this horizontal ray, bosh, bosh. Square is always on the brush part. You just click on the subcategory, rectangle, and just draw that down and make it the color that you have your high and low. Okay, guys. So that is the quick, very quick refresher part out. If you've seen this for the first time, and I am going a little bit quick, scroll down my timeline. Forex Fire TV episode 14, 15, and 16 goes over this. This will also be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube. If you are, you want to become part of the group that I've got with the Forex Fire, click on the link in the comments below. Okay, guys? And again, please give us a thumbs up if you're watching this on the YouTube. So let's go over the next part. So the rules are as follows on this. Very simple, very easy. Okay, guys? And the reason this is 155 pips, because that's the gap between this and this. Okay? So let's go over what we're doing. So what we've got, you identify the breakout between your high and your low point. Okay? This will determine your head. Okay, guys? So there's your head. Okay? What you've got there, you look left. You've had the breakout from the bottom. That's created a lower low from this area here. So that's a lower low, but that in essence will in turn become your left shoulder. As I say it, and I'll always say this, I am very visual. This trains your eye that little bit better. Do a triangle, because as you know, you've got on the top of here, you've got the peaks, okay? But again, the one that we're doing is an inverted one in this instance. We're going down overs. So you've got your peak there. However, what you've noticed is we've come down, okay? We've come down on this area. And what's happened is, if we just scroll on here, it'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've come down and the market's made these impulse moves, corrections, and then it's shot, okay? So as you've got each area here is created a new lower low, okay? So we'll just move this head, and then what you're doing is you've got a lower low here, okay? And then from there, what you do is you're moving your lower low down, and then you move your head here. You've got a correction, and then you've broke the structure again. You've come down a bit. You just shift the balance, move that as your head, move your lower low down to here. Okay, guys? But again, in reality, from a stabilizer effect, this is also still a left shoulder. So even though you've got a lower low each time down, each one of these, in essence, is still a left shoulder. Okay? It just means when this rides on its way back up, let's just have a look. When this rides on its way back up, you can trade from this area because it's counteracted there. It's come up to here. Again, you've got the option to trade from there because it's counteracted here again. It's come up again, and then it hasn't shifted. And if we continue with regards to the shift on the upside, you've got the shoulder here. You see what I mean? It's come up, it's broke, tested, and then you could have gotten in for pips. Even on that maneuver there, you could have gotten a good 50 pips. So you're riding the trend down, you're riding the trend up, okay? But on the bigger picture, again, that is a little bit more advanced. On the bigger picture, let's just take a look. Click on this. Where are we at? It's up the top. So in this, guys, we are concentrating on the vision, okay? The vision, which is the binoculars, which is the one tunnel, which is the high and low. So this is going to be our LS. We're just not trading between this gap here. So ignore this gap. You've got your head here. Now, the opposite side of your head is your neckline, okay? Once you get your head, you just need 100% retracement of the opposite side of this here, which is your left shoulder. So you've got your left shoulder, you've got your neck just below that. You need the 100% retracement. We got that here. Okay, guys, so let's just take your concentration up here. So when you get that retracement up to there, you can officially put in, okay, you can officially put in your head. Left shoulder, head. And then obviously we've got neck, okay, because we've got the touch. We've got the touch there confirmed. And again, just to be visual, I hope you're following along with this. That's your 100% touch, okay? From there, guys, you are simply needing this here, which is the left shoulder. The opposite side of the left shoulder is obviously the right, okay? And we got that here, as you can see, right? So we've come, just to recap, we broke out, we've got our head here. Ignore these lower lows here. This is just to give you the stabilizer addition, okay? The vision, the one technique, which is going to be the easier way to identify these. Doesn't matter how many lower lows you have here, this will always come back to respect this area at some point in its life, okay? So it doesn't matter how long that takes. Once it does and it goes to the other area and it triggers, you're good for a trade, 100%, okay? So you had a breakout. That confirms the head here. We've got our LS. We've come up, we've respected the opposite of the head area, which is the neckline, which is the high, okay? We've got that. We then need that 100% retracement from the neck to come down to the opposite side of the LS. We got that today, guys, okay? So what we're going to do, and you only need about 40 pips. Only need 40 pips of profit. That's all you need, 30 to 40 pips, okay? This here, yes, you had a little bit of drawdown of 12 pips. This is currently, and it's going to go up, this is currently residing us at 78 pips, guys. Fantastic. And again, that's just using the technique called a head and shoulders, okay? These head and shoulders happen all over the charts. You can use this technique, use this formula that I've done to train the eye to make it easier to identify, okay, guys? Again, I go on a lot about these Monday candles a hell of a lot. This is what trained me to look at this pattern. Once you start drilling these in, once you start taking the trades, once you start identifying the patterns using a stabilizer technique, I can guarantee you will start seeing these patterns on a naked chart all over without the need of drawing them stabilizers on there. Okay, guys, so that's it for the update on the head and shoulders at the moment. I just want to run through something else that I was looking at. Share the screen. In fact, I'll leave the other one for tonight because I am on a call in the next couple of hours, to be fair, with the group, with the team. What I'll do is I'm going to run through some other bits of strategy. In fact, no, I think I'll show that. I think I'll show it. We'll show it. It's something else we've been working on within the team, to be fair. Something I've brought to the team's attention. And again, it's fantastic. This is going to give us some great risk to reward ratios, to be honest. Let's have a look. GBP, USD. These are the scans. Again, this is a harmonic scan. And I'm just going to quickly, briefly go over this. Again, from here, guys, what I would normally do is I would go on the 4-hour traders with GBP, USD, go to the top of here. And this is a tool that is part of our package of the platform we use, okay, guys? And this is just another way, one of the many ways we trade within the team, in the community, that is, the Ninja Forex traders, okay? From there, we do around about 30 hours a week on that. If you like what I'm just about to show you and like what you're going to see, and you want to get involved with this, again, I must stress, if you've seen this on someone's wall, get back to the person that shared this video, but more importantly, just click in the description on the YouTube video that you're seeing this right now. Click on the group. That'll put you into my personal group and you can reach out to me. We can get on a chat. I can get you started because this is going to blow your socks off. Okay, guys, let's go back to share the screen. And what it is, you've got your D point area. We'll go to the 15-minute. You might have to scroll back by a canny bit. Let's just go back. Go back. And I've got these candles up. There we are. Right. So what you're doing is you identify whether, yes, the D point isn't bang on. It's because we simply moved this here. Okay. So we get our fibs. And I'm not going to go over what the fibs are. I'm just going to show you what happens and what happens when we draw these things out. So you go from there, the top of the D of the furthest candle, one candle to the left of the body, and then this draws out our fibs. Okay. Again, I'm not going to give away the fibs at the moment, simply because what we need to do is show you what this actually entails. What we've got is we've had a breakout of structure. It's come back to retest, bang, on the money, okay? But not only once, this is a conservative area where if you do a risk to reward, okay, we'll do a short risk to reward. And again, guys, most traders only get 1-to-1. That's all they go for. This strategy on here, it's giving you 1-to-4 risk to reward. But from there, what I want to show you is something even more powerful. These scans will generally go to TP1, okay? If I was to do that and show you that, let's go to TP1. We'll trigger it around about here. We triggered a runabout here on the TP1 area. Let's have a look. TP1. And you can see that's actually reached there, right? So your risk to reward is 20-to-1. 20-to-1, guys. So every sort of dollar that you're risking on a 1% balance, you're going to get 20 back. Okay, guys? So this is absolutely fantastic stuff. And what I'm going to, I'll see if I can actually get on to, just bear with me, the risk to reward calculator. I just want to see if I can find that, to be fair. Let's have a look. Just need to get this down here, scroll on here. Profit calculator, where are we at? Let's just take a look. See if I can find it in my chat, guys. Right. Risk to reward sheet. Right, let's have a look. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get this on at the moment or open. Just see if this will open. Let me do it in the sheets. If not, it'll be another one for a video for another night, to be fair. Yeah, it's going to be a video from another night, guys. But yeah, hopefully you've seen the value and what that is going to be bringing to the team. Again, if you want to get involved with what I'm doing with that, the risk to reward, on average, if you go for the conservative amount, it's a 1-to-4%. Obviously, the reward, 4% ratio. You can get these going up to as much as 10 and 20, to be fair. Okay, guys? And we are testing this right now in our team, this community. There's over 500 to 600 people within this community where we learn together, trade together, and we win together. And again, you want to come in and see what we do on a trial group, you can certainly request that. You can come and see us for the course of next week, which is a good time to be joining us because you will be seeing this firsthand. Okay, guys? So again, that's been me on Forex Fire TV for tonight. There is one or two other things I want to start showing you, but it's going to start sort of mixing it into another technique and a different sort of style with another pattern. So I don't want to go over that tonight. We did say we're going to do the head and shoulders with the stabilizers for the course of maybe 2 to 3 weeks and then get the general feedback from you guys. And then from there, we'll take the education and the tutorials that I do onto the next step. Okay, guys? So again, if you're enjoying what I'm putting out there, please comment. Okay? I love the comment, the engagement. Please comment. Please like. Please share. Okay, and if you're watching this on someone else's wall, get back to that person right now. But most importantly, hashtag the Forex Fire. Okay, so we'll see you later, guys. You have a good night.